Okay, welcome to Pilates. Today we're going to start in vertical standing position. You might want to use your sneakers if you have any type of issues. Can you hear me? Someone just wrote to me and said they can't hear me. Can you hear? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. All right, let me know if there's any mute outs, let me know. Okay, here we go again. So we're gonna start in vertical. You can wear shoes. You're gonna require a mat for your mat work. You're gonna need a towel, a ring if you have one, or a ball. And let's get started. So we're gonna start in Pilates V. Hope you have a good view. I need a technical director here. So we're going to start with our heels together and our toes apart. But the important part here is to make sure that your knees are going over your toes, because you don't want your knees to collapse inward, and that would not line up your knees and toes, which could cause a problem. So let's go up on your toes and let's bend the knees. And we're just going to pulse. It's a diamond in the center of your legs. We're just going to pulse. We're going to really call in the area of the vastus area of the quadricep here. Press, abs in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down, lift it up. And when you lift it up, squeeze those inner thighs together. Down, squeeze up, down. This is so strengthening to the legs. Down, up, keep going, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and up. One last question. I keep getting texts saying that they can't hear me. Can you all hear me? I'm sorry to keep interrupting. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's strange. Somebody said they can't hear me. I don't know what's going on. This is technologically impossible sometimes. Okay, let's press down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's tuck, release, 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 tuck, release. Hips, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand tall. Let's widen the legs. Knees over toes. And plie. 1 and 2. Warming up those legs. 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Tiny presses, knees over toes, abs in, chest high. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it there. Hold it right there. Make sure you're lined up, and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Now lifting the heels, press into it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, now we're going to move it in a little closer because we have to be able to control this movement. And we're going to plie, lift the heels, straighten the legs. Make sure you squeeze those inner thighs when you straighten, and lower. Bend, lift, straighten, lower. Bend, lift, straighten, lower. Bend, lift, straighten, lower. Bend, lift, straighten, lower. One more. Bend, lift, straighten, hold. Hold it there. Balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Now we're going to repeat it, but we're going to reverse it. So we're going to go up on our toes first, bend our knees, lower our heels, squeeze and straighten. Up, bend, heels, straighten. Up, bend, heels, straighten. Up, bend, heels, straighten. Up, bend, heels, straighten. Really make sure that those knees are going right over the toes. Don't collapse into the knees. One more. And one more, hold. Balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, let's just stretch those calves a minute after going up on our toes so much. And change. And we're going to the floor. So let's take off shoes if you have shoes on. And I'm asking one more time. Can you hear me? Because I got one person saying they can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I can hear you good today, but on Monday when you were over on your mat, I was having difficulty.
Yeah. It's difficult because for me to put you in the camera, I have to go away.
Okay.
So I wish I could change that, but this is a very limited program for.
Well, I just watched real intently and got it, but I never noticed having that much trouble.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all this. I've done everything I possibly
No,
can.
you're doing terrific. I love it. So I will manage.
I'm going to stand back and see if you can hear me better now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me when I'm talking now?
Yes, I can hear you, Debbie.
I can hear you.
Yes.
You might want to turn up your volume too. Maybe that will help. Okay, we're going to the floor now. I wish I could see all of you so I know what's going on, but unfortunately I can't. All right, so we're going to go to the floor now. We've warmed up our legs. We're going to hold our abs tight. We're going to roll down, and we're going to walk through into a quadruped position, which is all fours. Okay, and guess what? We're going to do our planks. I'm not sure you can see a good view of my mat, so let me change that. How's that? Sounds good? Okay, so we're down here, and it's plank time. Okay, so we're going to start in a full quadruped position. Our navel is up into our spine, our shoulders and our hands are lined up with our knees and our hips. And we're going to take one leg out, and then the other leg out. Pull the abs and arching in the spine. Reach out the head, and you are in plank. Let's breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn, up, and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center, hold. One more hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, to your knees, and turn around. We're going to do the reverse plank. Now, the plank is a full body workout, but it's a fabulous ab workout. So this is a good thing for you to practice when you're not doing the class online. There's nothing but the plank for working those abs. Flex your feet. You can keep your knees bent if it's easier. Press your heels into the floor. Lift your chest to the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Hand position here or here. And let's go up and hold. Make sure you magnetize your inner thighs to help you with this position. And breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. Good job. Shake it out. It's hard on the wrists. You can always go to the elbows if this is easier for you. And then one more time. Up. 8, 7. Get those hips high. Keep a nice long plank here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, let's take those hands the opposite direction. That will help. And the other side. And now sit tall. We're going to wake up those abs. Nice and tall. Shoulders are open. Neck is long. Abs are in. Knees are bent. Arms out. Now, this is my butt, belly, ribs. That creates your C curve. Okay, from here, you're going to go back and forward. Make sure you control this. Don't fling the body back and forth. It's really sponsored by your abdominals. So make sure you really pull that navel into the spine while you're doing this. And of course, breathe. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, take a deep breath. Go back a little further. I have most of my hips on the floor at this point. And go forward and back. It's a little harder down here. Forward and back. Back. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Don't lift those heels. Keep them planted and hold. Now, one at a time, one vertebra, one vertebra, one vertebra with control. All the way down. And bring the arms up and around. Take the elbows out to the side, and let's find a gold post arm. Point the toes, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Now from here, keeping the chest open. Try to keep the wrists and the elbows on the floor. Up over your head and back down. These are gold post arms. Up and down. Wide open collarbones. Up and down. Up. Down. Up. Down. One more. Up and down. Arms go out to the side here. We're going to practice angels in the snow. Remember, continue to hold on to your powerhouse. Ribs are corseted. Navel is in. Pelvic floor is lifted. And let's take the palms up into the air. Don't let the arms leave the floor. And take it up over your head and back down. Up over your head and back down. Try to keep those ribs wrapped. Don't blink the ribs. Up, down. I'm going to point my toes on this one. Up, down. Such a nice chest stretch. Up, down. One more. Up, all the way to 90 degrees. Guess what? Arms come down. We're going to work the lumbopelvic area. Post your feet, bend your knees. Let's move the pelvis up into it and then back into an arch. Tilt and arch. Remember to keep that navel in, deep into the spine and back. Inhale, exhale, breathe, and hold. Now let's just circle. Circle, circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Waking up that lumbo-pelvic area. And 1. All the way to the tailbone, into neutral. We're going up the spine to the tips of the shoulder blades. Keep that upper chest open. Take your inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl up 1 vertebra at a time. Press your head gently into the floor. Up, 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 all the way up. Make sure the hips, knees, and toes are lined up. Squeeze the glutes. Great back body work. Now come back down. Massage the spine 1 vertebra at a time. So you get to the tailbone and press. Check to make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Let's go up again. Inhale. Exhale, and hold. We're going to do a little more back body work. Keep the hips high if you can. Try to take the wrinkle out of the hip flexor and lift the left leg into the air and point your toe and lift. Lift. Tiny presses. You really need to press deep into the foot centers of the standing leg to help you. Up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down to the side of the other knee and lift. This one's harder. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it down. Wide open hip flexors, change legs. Stretch that leg out. Dot an eye to the ceiling with your big toe. Up. 2. Notice that this isn't a jerky movement, it's a fluid movement. Taking control of the body, breathing. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. And again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set. 8. Stay high. Hang in there. 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. Good job. Let's lower the spine 1 at a time. 1 vertebra after the other. All the way down to the tailbone. Good job. Okay, time for a ring, a ball, or a thick towel. We're going to do our inner thigh work. We try not to miss a muscle in the body when we do our Pilates. Ribs down, navel in, and squeeze. 8. Another 8. Hold it. Squeeze it. Now, curl up. It's a little harder with that accessory introduced into the exercise. Pull your ribs down and squeeze. 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 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Tap it, lift it, tap it, lift it. Tap the tail, lift the tail. 4, up, 3, up, 2, up, 1, up, lower. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, put that ring aside. 1 more bridge. The suspension bridge. So we want to make sure that our Body hovers, it doesn't lift high. The pelvis remains neutral. It doesn't tilt or arch. It remains neutral. So slide those heels up very, very slightly. So your knees are slightly bent, not here. That's not a suspension bridge. This is a suspension bridge. So keep your chest open, keep your pelvis neutral, and lift. For 8, 7, 6, make sure your knees are facing the ceiling, not turned out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. So the only thing that's touching the floor on these suspension bridges are from the shoulder blades up to the head and from the heels. The rest of the body from the shoulder blades to the heels are off the floor. Let's try it one more time. Inhale, exhale, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. This is great, great training for the hams, the glutes, and the spine. Good job. Bring your knees in. Circle. Reverse. And it's time for our ab series. Legs in tabletop. Arms go to 90. Plug your shoulders in. We're going to inhale up here for the 100. Exhale, come up. Scoop your belly. Leg position here or here. You choose. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Widen your chest. Squeeze your legs together. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. One more. In, out. And down. So when you do the slapping of the arms, you will pretend like you have boards attached from your armpit to your hands, and you're moving that whole arm together. You're not using the wrists or the elbows. You're doing the whole arm. And it comes from the shoulder joint. Okay? So now it's time for the roll up. Flex the feet. This will help. We're going to talk about that powerhouse before we start. With our shoulders plugged, we're going to take one breath. We're going to inhale and expand the ribs east to west. And then we're going to exhale and corset the ribs, sink the belly, lift the pelvic floor, and you will feel this whole area activate. Your back will become closer to the floor, and you're armed and ready with your powerhouse to perform the exercise. If you allow your abs to be lazy and not activated, it is much, much harder to do. So remember, in Pilates, we have to corset the ribs, sink the belly, lift the pelvic floor, utilize the breath to activate the powerhouse. Let's go up. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. And come back. I forgot to mention this. Let's roll the towel if you need a little assistance. Makes a big difference if you have a tight low back. And you're going to put that right at your waist. And it will help roll through that part of the spine a little easier. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. And back. Keep your C curve round sequentially back to the floor. This is an articulated movement. Inhale. Exhale. And back. This is the last one. Inhale. reach forward, keep those arms into the shoulder joint, and lower down. And it's much more important to do only part of the exercise. You can't do full exercise because you will compensate and twist or turn to get up, and you don't want to cause any injury to yourself. So just stick with this rib hinge until you build that core strength. Okay, now we're going to go into the leg circles. Lift one leg into the air, slightly turned out from the pelvis. Circle the leg in first, down, out, and up. In, down, out, and up. Choose the width of your circle depending on the ability to stabilize through the pelvis. In Pilates, we always stabilize before we mobilize. So keep it small if you're having trouble holding on to your pelvis. Make sure you're using your powerhouse with the ribs, navel, and pelvic floor, and you're breathing. Now reverse your circle. We're going up, up, first, down, up, up. Keep that leg straight and rest. Let's do a body check. Make sure that the head is not doing this. That is not neutral position of the spine. The neck is part of the spine, so you want the neck to be neutral with the spine. In order for you to maintain that, you may need a little pillow that keeps you from doing this. Just a little pillow, not a big one, to keep you from doing this, even a folded up towel. But this is key to the supine position. You don't want to be here. That's not a good position for your neck. Let's try the other side. Cross the midline and around. Cross. 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 Now let's reverse it. Nice and long with the leg. Find your powerhouse. Breathe. 2 more. And bring it down. Then in. And roll up for rolling like a ball. So rolling like a ball remains static throughout the exercise. You pull your heels in. You squeeze your inner thighs. You drop your shoulders. You focus at your knees. Broaden your elbows, and you balance in this position after each roll. Now we're going to inhale as we roll back, exhale as we come forward. Inhale, exhale, 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 exhale. 2 more. Try not to kick your legs. Hold. Single leg stretch. 1 leg out, 1 leg in. Only halfway to your shoulder blades. In, switch. Use your breath. Find your powerhouse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees in. Point the toes. Come up to the tips of your shoulder blades, scoop your belly. Double legs, nothing moves but the arms and legs. Up, around. Keep that head steady. Keep the flexion of the upper back. Up and around. Up and around. Up, up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, scissor. Up. Try to hold on as high as you can. Make sure you're at the tips of your shoulder blades. Switch. 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 Bring the head down. Widen the collarbones. Straighten the legs. Open. Cross it 3 times. Open the inner thighs and then cross. Find your powerhouse again. Always working. Open. 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 Open, cross. One more. Open. Hold. We're coming up again. Scoop the belly. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze the inner thighs, ankles, and knees together. Two, become one. Down, up more. And tabletop. Crisscross. Reach. Only move from the waist up. Keep the legs parallel. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, nice stretch. The ab series is over. And like I always say, you continue to use the powerhouse for every exercise. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Try to arch a little here to release this, all this front area. Bring the arms around, knees up, roll up. Time for spine stretch forward. Put a little booster seat under your sit with both. If you can't do that, leave any type of tension in your hamstrings or low back. Arms are forward. You're up against an invisible wall in a perfect L shape, elongated through the spine. And let's look down and reach. 2, 3, 4. Come back, up. 2, 3, 4. Back down, over. One vertebra at a time, working through the spine all the way to the tips of the hips, and then back. 2, 3, 4. When you go forward, try not to reach out with take your arms out of their shoulder joints. Keep them in the joints. Let the spine do the roundedness and reach. Keep your chest open and back. 2, 3, sit tall. Come more to the edge of the mat for open leg rocker. The legs are bent. In doing beginning level of this, your hands are under your thighs. Your legs are as wide as your shoulders or your mat. Your low back is reaching towards the floor. Your body is in a C curve, but your chest remains high. A lot to think about. We're going to take an inhale at the top. Exhale, roll. Come up. When you roll, let your eyes go towards your pubic bone and then back up to the horizon on the return. Roll. Up. Roll. Up. Roll. Up. Good. I'm going to go to the advanced. Keep your shoulders down. Roll. Up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Chest high. Hold it high. Abs in. Shoulders down. Bring the legs together. Corkscrew time. Okay, so we always do the prep. I haven't advanced it to the full corkscrew because that's a very difficult exercise to do without supervision. So I try to keep it small and carefully safe. So we're going to take our legs into the air and we're going to go up to 12 o'clock, circle the hips to the right, center, left, center. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. Up to 12 o'clock, circle the hips to the left, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, center. If you were doing the full corkscrew, you would be doing a completely inverted position, which we're not going to do today. Okay, let's go. Up, circle, and around. up, circle, and around. Up, circle, around. One more. Up, circle, hold. Good job. Let's come up. So if you've noticed, on the corkscrew, we're doing a lower body rotation. On the saw, we're doing the upper body rotation. And the protocol that Joseph Pilates chose was definitely a meaningful one because he wanted to make sure when you went from one exercise to the other, the transition was needed. And so now we're going to go into the upper body rotation. Turn and reach. 1, 2, 3, up and back to center. Turn and reach. 1, 2, 3, up and back to center. Turn. Always come back to that full elongated spine each time. Turn. Up. Try not to hunker here. Keep it tall. Keep the collarbone tight to the ceiling. Turn. Up. One more. And let's bring our legs together. Now we're going to do the twist. The twist looks easy, but it takes a lot of concentration. And when you turn, you've got to make sure you don't lift off your hips. Keep your arms long, keep your feet flexed, keep your inner thighs engaged. Make sure that they're squeezing together. Arms do not move on the twist. Lengthen through the spine, turn. The arms stay where they are. It's the body that's turning and back. So let's do an inhale here. Exhale, turn. And each time you breathe in, elongate again. Inhale. The lower body is soft. The upper body is turning. Don't use your arms to move you. Keep your arms in this position. You'll feel those external obliques really kick in. Good job. Let's go to the floor. We're going to do our extension work now. Since we've done so much flexion, we're going into extension. So let's broaden our elbows. Press our tripod of our hip into the floor. Make our legs as long as you can, but not too wide here. You want them right in line with your hips. You're going to press your hands deep into the floor as you raise up on your heart to the ceiling. Let's do a point, a flex, a point, and lower. Point, a flex, a point, and lower. Point, flex, point, and lower. Abs are in, hips are on. Point, flex, point, lower. Point, flex, point, and lower. All right, now we're going to do double leg kick. We're going to start in turned head, hands at the small of your back, and drop your elbows towards the floor so your shoulders go into internal rotation. And then we're going to retract our shoulders and arch and hold. Lengthen through your legs and breathe. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, turn. Drop, kick, 2, 3, up, hold, turn, drop, kick, 2, 3, up, hold, turn, drop, kick, 2, 3. Time for that child's pose and stretch. Moving on to sideline position. So we're going to start our sideline position high on the elbow and put our feet, knees, hips, and shoulders in one straight line. If this is a difficult position for you to hold, you can bring your legs in. This gives you a little more support. So let's lift our ribs, no saggy ribs. Lift our ribs, put our shoulders in their congruent space, open our chest, flex our feet, and let's just lift. Try to press your heels to the opposite wall, making that top leg a little longer than the bottom leg. Reaching, a lot of action in there, a lot of activity. Keep it up, long and straight, no noodle legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, without moving your pelvis, take it as far as you can go without seeing your pelvis change, and then back. Straight, forward, and back. Try to keep that upper body quiet. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Good job. Keep that top leg at hip height. Just circle, tiny circles. Have you ever noticed in Pilates that you don't do any exercise too long? You don't do 100 sit-ups. You don't do 100 push-ups. What you do is you keep the body moving throughout the whole class, and you get a full body workout. Sometimes you don't need to do 100 of something to get the real benefits. This is reverse. Good job. Now let's come down, and you can put your head here, or you can put a pillow there and put your head down. Make sure you don't twist into your body. You keep your hips stacked, your shoulders stacked, and you're going to lift both legs. And you're going to take it up, up, down, down. Never let that bottom leg rest. Keep it active. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. One more. Up, up, down, down. Now, running. Tiny little runs without moving the pelvis or the trunk. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now beat. 8, 7, 6, 5. Tiny beat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight legs. Quiet body. Beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up and hold. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. That's great work for the hips. Wonderful strengthening exercises. Come up. Let's go to the other side. Once again, you're on your elbow. Ribs are lifted. Shoulders stacked. Hips stacked. And flex the foot and just lift. Lift. Tiny movement. The key here is to isolate the movement into the leg, not letting the pelvis move. Pilates is full of isolated movements, teaching you to work your brain with your body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to take it forward as far as you can go and then back. If you go this far, that's okay. You're still working those muscles. Everybody has a different range of motion. Everyone has a different strength level. So work at your pace. Honor what your body tells you, but try to do the exercise as efficiently as possible. Forward, back. Forward, and back. Forward, and back. One more. Forward, and back. Good job. Okay, this is your little circle. Keep that leg at hip height. Knee forward, not turned out. And you're going to get a lot of minimus medius work here. And now reverse your circle. Keep your upper body firm and active. And let's go to the floor now. A little further down. Stack your hips and your shoulders. Pick up both legs. Up, up, down, down. Both legs should remain off the floor throughout. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. down, down. 4 more. Try not to sickle your foot. Keep it in line with your lower leg. And 1 more. Okay, hold it there. Run. Tiny runs. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep it always quiet. Breathe. Now beat. Both legs are still off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Run. Beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Just hold it. Squeeze it. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Lift both legs off the floor. And rest. Good job. Let's roll on to our back. Time for the teaser. So what should we do today? Let's do the prep. How's that? I think it's the hardest, really, because you can't cheat. You might need this. So put it under your waist. And straighten one leg and slightly bend the other. Put the straight leg next to the slightly bent leg. Okay? Keep the heel pressing into the floor. Find your powerhouse. Okay? Put your arms down. And we're going to start to lift the head. And we're going to reach up. And then we're going to articulate back down. Okay, all core, all thoracic spine, flexing. Takes a lot of core strength and a lot of core flow. You want to keep this from being a propelling movement. You want to make it smooth. Let the thoracic spine and the core do the work. Inhale. Exhale out. Drop your shoulders back down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And back down. That leg gets a workout holding it straight. On to the other side. This leg's going to be slightly bent. This leg's going to be straight. And I'm going to warn you, one side's always going to feel easier than the other. This side is best for you. Keep the chest open. Use your breath. Find your powerhouse. Inhale. Exhale up. And back down. Try not to move either leg. Inhale. Exhale. Wow, this is all upper body core work. And down. 1 more. Inhale. And back down. And you finished your teaser preps. Preparing your body for the big teasers coming up. Stay tuned. So let's go to prone again, and we're going to do our swim series where we get our entire back. Working, working, working. Press your hips into the floor. Slide your shoulders into their congruent space. That means taking the upper arm and putting them into the joint. Arms overhead. Press the hips into the floor. Lift the belly away from the floor. Thighs off. Opposite arm, opposite leg. The swim. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the legs long to the floor and spiral. Get an arch in there. Work all the way into the lower lats. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Find every muscle in that back working. 1 more. Hold it there. Palms up. Thighs off. Heart off. Straight in the air. The dart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back in child's pose for a stretch. going to practice the snake. And then that will segue us right into the mermaid. So I'm going to do it in parts on the first one and then a flow on the second one. So for the snake, you're going to put your top leg to the front of the mat and your back leg to the back of the mat. And you're going to have a nice space in between because the first thing you're going to do is pivot up into downward dog. So you want to have your feet separated. And then for the upper body, we're going to rotate and we're going to reach our arms out as far as we can because after downward dog, we're going to go into plank. So you try to keep those shoulders as square to the mat as you can, depending on your ability to rotate the spine. So from here, we're going to reach up into downward dog, pressing our heels into the floor and keeping our shoulders down our back, pulling our abs in and piking the glutes high into the air. Then we're going to move into plank, and then we're going to slightly arch the upper body, looking at the horizon, then moving back into plank, slowly into downward dog. Press the heels one more time, great stretch through the calf, pick up the heels, pivot, and come back. So there it is broken down. Now we're going to try to do it a little more round, not so stop, start, stop, start. We're going to keep it moving, slowly, but keep it moving. So get ready for your position. Get ready to pivot up to downward dog, up, press, plank, arch, plank, downward dog, press those heels, press the shoulders down, pivot, and turn. Good job. That's the snake. It could be done on the reformer, or it could be done here. It's a little harder on the reformer. Okay, so from here, we're going to tighten up our knees and do our mermaid on this side. Drop our shoulders, open up our rib cage, and hold. Open it up, and now you're going to feel both sits bones hopefully on the floor. Some of you may not. That's okay. Depends on the tightness of your hips or knees. And then you're going to go over this way. Oh, feels so good. Open that rib cage. Circle the arm back. 2, 3, 4. And then back over and then turn and reach. Now, as you reach into that rotation, pull that navel deep into your spine. Keep your shoulder blades down. Hold it. Take an inhale. Back up. And over. All right. Time for the snake on the other side. So remember, the top leg goes in front. The back leg goes in the back. The bottom leg goes in the back. You're going to turn. You got to reach out here or you'll never hit that plank. And we're going to keep this one slow and separate, and then we'll take it to round on the second go round. So here we go. Up into downward dog. Press into plank. From plank, arch the upper back. Pull the navel in. Back through plank. Back to downward dog. Press those heels. Send those blades down your back pocket. Lift your heels and come down. All right. Smoother this time, rounder. No end points. Let's go. Ready? Take your inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Breathing throughout the whole exercise. Good job. All right, so let's put our legs together and lift our left arm. Knees are going to the left, and we're going to stretch the sides of the body. This feels so good. Open it up and reach. And circle. Circle, circle, circle. Inhale, exhale, reach. Take a deep inhale. Okay, today we're going to stretch our legs a little differently because we have a time limit. So, let's sit tall. You can bend your knees if you need to. And let's put the ring or the towel right here. Okay, and flex the feet back, hinge forward, and just go as far as you can, trying to keep the straight back. You're going to feel a stretch through the back of your hips and low back, and you're going to feel a stretch through your calves and hamstrings. Keep your shoulders wide. Take an inhale. Inhale. Good job. Now, open the leg. Let's bend one knee. Take the ring or the towel to one side. Open it up as far as you can. Keep both sits on the floor. Hold there. And then reach. And when you reach, make sure you keep your shoulders down and hold. You're going to feel a nice stretch through here. Back up again. And change legs. Sitting tall, another side bend, another reach. Back up and rest. Cross your legs. We're going to roll the shoulders. Reverse, up, back, and reverse. Put your hands to the side. Lengthen your neck. Drop your shoulders. Left ear to left shoulder. Get a stretch through your right upper trap. And back to center. Now the left trap. Back to center. Look right. Look left. Don't move the shoulders, just the neck. Try to get as much motion as you can. Right, left, right, left. Good job. Let's take an inhale. In through the nose. Now out through the mouth. Get rid of all that air. All the way in, all the way out. One more and you're done. What a great class. You did a great job today. Thanks for joining me. I'm here Monday and Thursday till the end of the semester. 9 o'clock for cardio fusion, 10 o'clock for Pilates. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.